What's up, everybody? I'm gonna walk you through the process of how I make a easy mac and cheese. Normally I would make a roux and then make a cream sauce, but today I don't have that kind of time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna thicken the sauce up with the cheese and just not use as much milk. So I'm gonna show you how I do this. Stay tuned. We're gonna boil the pasta according to the directions on the box. I want to make it a little short of al dente because I want to finish it off in the oven. So I'll probably cook this for 6, maybe 5.5 minutes in this rapidly boiling water, and be back in a minute. One more thing I forgot to mention, I do salt my water because water doesn't come seasoned, so we have to go ahead and put a little bit of salt in there just so it flavors the pasta. The only time you have to flavor the pasta is when it's boiling in that water. Alright, be back in a second. Alright everybody, pasta's done. One little tip, never rinse your pasta. I'm going to transfer it over to my baking pan, which normally I would use my cast iron pan, which is right here in the sink, but I realized it's not big enough for 4 pounds of noodles, so I'm gonna end up using this pan right here. It's a roasting pan, and I'll be back in a moment and show you how I'm gonna make my cheese sauce. Be back. Alright guys, so what I'm about to do now is I'm about to dice up this cheese, put it in my pot with some milk, and so what I like using 8 ounces of Jack, 8 ounces of Colby, and then the rest of the cheese, extra sharp cheddar. I don't like mild. I prefer the extra sharp. Mild, guys, has no flavor. Extra sharp has got all the flavor. So, I will show you once I have everything in the pot with the milk and how I combine the sauce. Be back. Alright guys, I have most of my cheese in the pot. I'm going to reserve a little bit of cheese for the top. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot of milk in there. Since I'm not making a roux, I want to have a thick sauce, so the cheese is going to thicken it up. You can always add more milk, but you can never take away. So I like to let the cheese melt, add milk as I need to, and so yeah, so I'm gonna add a few things to this pot, and I'm gonna get them out, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so what I did was I added a little bit of white pepper, just a tad, just a dash of granulated garlic. We're gonna let this melt, and I'll be back in a few after it all comes together. Okay guys, this cheese is coming together nicely. It's got it on a medium high, just enough for this cheese to melt, but not for it to scorch. If you have it up too high, it'll just burn, scorch at the bottom, and that's not good eats. So coming together. I'll show you once it's done, all combined, and when we're about to pour it on the macaroni. Get back. Okay guys, this cheese sauce is just about done. As you can see, we have a nice thick cheese sauce. There's no flour in it. There's no Velveeta. It's all real cheese, cheddar cheese, Jack cheese, Colby cheese. You don't need Velveeta for easy melting. All you need is a little bit of milk, a little bit of heat, and you'll get a nice cheese sauce. You don't even need flour. You don't need anything to thicken it up. And just with a little bit of heat and a little bit of time, it will thicken up on its own. And so I'm gonna pour this over the pasta and over the macaroni, and I'll be right back. Okay everybody, all this cheese is combined, and it actually would be good to eat just like this. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of cheese on top, and then throw it in the oven for probably about half hour, 40 minutes, just to get it brown. But I mean, really, this is good enough to eat just like this. You don't need anything else. But we're gonna put it in the oven, put a little cheese on top, throw it in the oven, and I'll show you the finished product. Be back in a moment. Alright guys, here's the finished product. Let me know what you think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to everybody in my next video.